Okay, alright, okay. Now you're feeling happy, all you have to do is call me. I could make you laugh. Baby, I might do around with you. Hope you don't lose your sense of humor, right? Alex, see in the school, you're something, runs up in the thumb. If I could put your name back, there won't be trouble creep. You see, I'm in it. The more you say it, they will burn. You know that I would never know cool, but I want to take it for and it won't okay. It's all but they better want to break it. You better keep going. I couldn't find say to you. It's just the air for our right. But if could go around right. But if it could have gone right. Keep me on it, it's bad. I'm basement, just keeping on blood on stage, pretending we were famous. I went back to my living city. Didn't know you were in trouble until you came in. Skinny, twanging my kitchen. Told you how you need a bed, man. I said, they all. There's a lot of good people in LA. Said, alright, we won't, there's no way. Take you away. No, we won't get nothing. I was doing that cool. Man, they think it would. If you wanted to try. They don't talk to, but they better talk. If you ever need me, you just call me. I come running. Thank you, guys. It's not the airport. That's the good running. What's down the cool outside running? In the army, testify. In the army, testify. Whenever you think you need me, call me when I come running. But I was never that cool, but I want. They take it for a fool, and it won't go true. They don't talk, but they never wrong. If this ever expect you just call me.
It's Brett Dennen live from StudioM, and we'll chat with him next here at 105.5 StudioM.
Here we have a commercial now.
Any product you want to camp right now?
Yeah, man, I'm using this new hair product.
Called Just Rolling Out of Bed, what is it?
Yes, called Sweat and Pillow. Chris.
We're back live from StudioM on 105.5 StudioM. Our guest is Brett Dennen, who I think is saying he was a little too high. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, but it burns my soul.
Okay, your soul is now burned.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well, so let's, do we need to take a break, or you're going to be okay?
No, that means I'm ready.
You're ready, okay. So now with your latest album, Loverboy, you kind of are exploring a little bit more, not just being the quiet, like, soft guy guy.
Not this guy so much.
Yeah, so...
Now I'm like, loud, crazy.
So why did that happen, exactly?
I started doing lots of drugs. And started staying up really late, spending all my money on those infomercials. And one of those things I bought was this, it's like a pancake flipper thing that also had a compass on it. That was, and then a microphone attached to it.
Right.
So I would be making pancakes and like 4 a.m. On drugs. The compass would tell me to go to the top of this mountain, and then I'd start singing into the microphone. And and then started writing all these songs, and that's how it came.
You know, it's interesting, because that's exactly what I saw on Wikipedia. It's got to be true.
Yeah.
No, really, you wanted to kind of explore a little bit more? Is it just the maturing of Brett Dennen?
It is. I think a lot of people think that a musician is somebody who, or like a singer-songwriter, you think that they're born with it and they know what they want to be all their lives. And I think there's this misconception that they've got it all under control and they know what it's like to be a musician and they're like just kind of cruising and they're like they're rich or something and this is what I do, I make music. But for me, I think for most of us who do this for our lives, I think that we're always constantly in a state of fear, like when is somebody gonna pull the rug out from under us and know that I'm not really a musician, I'm a phony, or like I only know like 7 chords and I don't know like more than 17 words or whatever, and somehow like I just use those and write songs. But for me, like my first couple albums, I was learning how to be a writer and an artist and a singer, and I didn't really know how to sing. So I was very timid, and I sort of kind of whisper, and it was conscious like that, but it's also like, it's subconscious too, because like if you only have like a hammer and some nails, then you can only like build a box. You can't saw anything in half, and that's like I didn't really have any tools. I could only like write songs or sing songs within the context of the tools that I had. So I've been really working hard trying to like find my inner singer, and that's what I've been doing. I just, been exploring and learning and trying to challenge myself to write songs that make me sing more.
And now the writing of this, a lot of it was on the road, right?
Yeah.
Is that easier, harder?
That was me taking a sip of water. It is very challenging to write on the road. Because it's hard to find time. And there's always, awesome things to be doing on the road. Like, hey, let's go to this frat party and play beer pong. It's like, oh, gosh. I was working on this song, but that sounds tight.
So, it seems like sometimes inspiration on the road can be difficult. It's like, how many Waffle Houses can you go to?
You can find me, somewhere in a dark corner of a Waffle House with a pen and paper in my hand, scrolling, just writing my next album. Like, scenes like that are very common on the road. But the road is the most inspiring place. I think you meet people, you see, like here I am. Like, I don't get these beautiful fall colors like this in California, so they get to experience that. But finding time on the road is definitely challenging. But luckily, I'm on the road a lot, so I got it.
I'm used to it. All right, well, let's hear some more music.
Okay.
What are you going to do first?
Well, I'm going to continue on with Loverboy. The song is called Come Back Kid. Here we go. Well, maybe it's the common curse. Maybe things get bad before they get worse. I don't want to become someone who can't live up to what I already she done don't kill it just to figure it out. But the leaves are crawling in my bed. Who's crying on the bathroom floor? Just when I thought I couldn't take no more, here comes the comeback. Kitty's back on track. There goes my hero. He's behind the dog, he's coming out on top, alright. That's my dog, he was a dog from the trailer park. She lived in the graveyard, and she keep the razor dead. While I was a stain on her main bed, I fell in love and I lost myself. Now I know it, somewhere else in the world, there's a empty legs that I want to see. I say, hey, here comes the comeback. Kitty's back on track. There goes my hero. He's the underdog, he's coming out on top. Everybody loves to come back, so come on back, come back, come back. Everybody loves the underdog, so that's my dog, that's my dog. I've never been this so low, never been this so low. I was in last to know, I was out last to know. Yes, I would. I've never been done so low, never been done so low. Don't let me be the last to know, don't let me be the last to know. Here comes the comeback. The kitty's back on track. Everybody loves to come back. Come on back now, come back. Everybody loves the underdog, and that's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
From StudioM and Comeback Kid, That's My Dog. I just watched the video yesterday. You running around the Coliseum in Oakland. You're
Yes.
a big baseball guy, aren't you?
I am a very big baseball fan.
Oakland A's, more specifically.
I follow the Oakland A's, yes. We gave it our best.
Yeah.
Say we, but I didn't do anything.
Oh, you did sing the national anthem there, right?
I sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Oh, okay.
That was part of the deal. The deal was I sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and then they let me just get to run around in the stadium and film. I felt like it was a pretty good trade-off.
That is pretty good. Did they win that game? You don't even know. You're not a baseball fan. Oh, they did?
The Texas Rangers.
Okay. Did you see Moneyball yet, finally?
I did, and I think it's a fantastic movie.
I guess we didn't really get to do that in this interview. I should have had to do that after. I just saw it yesterday. I thought it was great.
He's great, right?
Yeah, it was really good, but not helping their money. Okay, let's talk more about
Have you seen Moneyball? Anybody? Did you like it? Yeah.
Okay, there. All right, everybody's included. You know, with Loverboy, you brought in your friends, I read, that instead of like having a producer, you kind of just all got together. Kind of tell us the process of that, because it sounds like it was just like a fun old time. It was the beer pong and the Waffle House and you know.
Yeah, well, I always wait to record until I'm really ready and I think I have the songs like sort of, you know, exactly the way I want them. And at least on an acoustic guitar singing, and then an idea of how I want it, to be produced. But with Loverboy, I went even a step further. Like, I made the record exactly the way I wanted it to sound. Every instrument, I did it myself, or with, I have friends come over to my house and record little parts, and I put the whole album together. And then I sort of just gave it to all my friends that were going to play on the record. And I said, okay, this is the album, and I want it to sound like this, but 10 times better, with everybody playing live together in a room. Let's just capture a really fun, live, spirited, let's make it sound like a bunch of friends, playing in a room together, like a really good sounding live show. We'll get live takes, start to finish. We won't like build a song up from like with one track, and like a lot of people make records. To make it sound good, feel good, make it flow. And that here's a map, and let's just, everybody learn this, and let's just go in there and just absolutely just crush it. And that's pretty much what I think we did. I mean, new ideas came about, and we worked things out, but we went for like one long take for every song. We didn't like chop anything up. We didn't do a lot of overdubs, and that's how we did it. And I say it's self-produced, or they say it's self-produced, but it's not really. I just wrote the songs and wrote the map, and everybody, played on it as sort of a producer in their own right. Maybe I had to kind of corral and reel people in every once in a while, but.
So it wasn't the situation of too many cooks in the kitchen, or like.
Yeah, but it never really got that way. I think we all kind of respected each other enough. And there's one guy in the crew that's really scary that played on the record. This guy named Zach Ray, and he's maybe the greatest keyboard session player in the world. He can play any instrument, but he played guitar better than I. He can sing better than I. He can do anything, but he specializes in keyboards, and he's like disgustingly scary on it. And he's also scary.
Like scary looking, or what?
Yeah, he's like a year younger than me, and he's got a long beard. He's a really good looking guy, very stoic, very strong face, chiseled, long beard and long hair, always in a ponytail, and he always wears these corduroy suits. And he has this half American and then half English accents. It's almost like he went to some weird kind of like finishing school or something. He is British. His parents are from England, but he grew up in Santa Monica. So he kind of talks like this. It's not full, but it's like, oh yeah, like, I think that was the one take, we got it.
You're like,
he talks like this, and then like, and then I'll be like, Zach, I'm not feeling my guitar sound, like I want it to be fuzzier. And he's like, and he goes into it, he owns the studio, and he goes into this dark closet, and he comes out, and he pulls out this pedal, and he's like, this pedal I found, and they only make one of these, and it's only good for one thing. It does one thing really well, and I think it'll work. And I don't even want it to work or not. I just want it to, and he's a good friend of mine. I'm scared. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, And I think so. Every once in a while, we like kind of got off base, like, he'd be like, no, and we'd all kind of. Zach says it's okay. If Zach says get to work, then we should get to work.
I feel like you would raise your hand. Like when it's your turn to sing, you're actually like.
I mean, he's crazy. I mean, he plays on Elton John's record. He plays on, he did my record, and then right after him, he did Keith Urban and Elton John. I was like, well, hopefully you learned something from this.
Where did you learn originally? Was your family real musical? Do you have an uncle who gave you your first guitar, or what was the?
I did have an uncle who played guitar, and I definitely looked up to him a lot and wanted to be, cool like him. But then he got older and realized he wasn't that cool. So.
Like, why doesn't he have a job, like that kind of thing? Or
Yeah. All you do is ski. It's not cool, man. But I really wanted to. My parents didn't really play music. I went to a summer camp where there was like music around the campfire, and that's what made me want. I wanted to be one of the counselors at the camp.
Was it like those guys? Yeah. Like trying to get the girls doing the...
Trying?
Is that why you're not into it?
Please, no. No, you know, they're out there and they have names like, you know, Twig, and
Yeah.
Pepper, Feather, you know, and like Seeker, and like exotic, like Moon Chaser,
And so you were sucked into that.
Moon
right?
Shadow.
Yeah. Moon Shadow would sing a song and everyone would love it. And
Moon Shadow and Bear are singing tonight's campfire. Yeah, they'll be doing selected songs with Tiny Tim with the dark side of the moon.
So did you actually play guitar then, or you?
I did. I ended up getting a job as a camp. I became a counselor.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you
I
change
started
your name
learning
then?
guitar. Well, I changed my name from Earthworm to Brett Dennen. Backwards.
Right.
Yeah. Because I wanted to go a little more mainstream.
I agree. I think I'm just trying to think if we were introducing your song on the radio and we said this is Earthworm.
Well, there's a few people would know. Not many would know. I mean, this is the stuff that Wikipedia does not know.
It's really cool. All right, maybe we should, or you should do another song.
Okay, well, now I'm leaving Loverboy.
Okay. So,
I'm going 2 albums back.
okay. So was Zach approved? Zach is on the phone actually, right?
You shouldn't do that. I didn't play on that song. This is the one song in this little radio set that I'm going to do that he did not play. This is from So Much More. It's called She's Mine. Well, the witches stay with their limbs akimbo, silhouettes of statues up in the window. Call me a crummy with a cookie crescendo, but I don't. Devotees dance among the pantomimes on the promenade into the tabernacle on the lawn, but I don't. I follow because she's mine. She's mine. She's mine, I'm mine, yeah, she's mine, yeah, she's mine, yeah, she's mine. Midnight moved across the people's park, and I fed the fire like a spinning spark. I found you a porch in the dark. She was waiting right there for me. She knows that my hands are empty as I go past. The mother's empty, but I don't have to fumble in the dark for my keys. I believe she's mine. She's mine. She's mine. I'm mine. Well, she's mine, yes, she's mine, yes, she's mine. All right. The pupils gathered in the yard around the pulpit made a chorus and waited for the leader's words, but his words didn't make much sense, and his mouth spat out a fist of daggers. And his tongue is swirled, and a southern swagger, and I looked at all the people gathered, but they were all in a trance, saying, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, all mine, yeah, she's mine, she's mine, yeah, she's mine. I was born before the cold of kings and tossed my sword to the furnace flames. All my heroes have been slain, exiled or put in prison, because they rose above the mess, because their power posed a threat, because they spoke of something else when everybody else didn't. The music fills the space between the deities and the prophecies of our bodies. Red seamlessly, silent in the sand. She lives in me so fearlessly, and I take it all too seriously. But it does become so clear to me. It makes me understand that she's mine. She's mine. She's mine. Oh, mine. Yeah, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Oh, yeah, she's mine. She's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine.
It's Brett Dennen live from StudioM, and at the beginning I was saying a little bit about how you really have this mission of getting people like to be swept away by the music.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your goal at the concerts, is just to get everyone to just get sucked in and buy merchandise, right?
Yeah, and then follow me into the airplane. Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, that's really like what you're...
Yeah, well, that kind of came up through the singer-songwriter. Whatever that means, singer-songwriter. It's a great, I always wanted to be the singer-songwriter, folk singer guy, but then it kind of comes with, you know, it was fun, but I don't want to be that. I want to be a singer-songwriter, folk singer, but I don't want people to come and just sit down and watch. Like, that's great. If you're going to go see like Adele or Ray LaMontagne, I think you can just sit there and enjoy how incredible, you know, it is. And it's a performance, and let them be them and just watch. But I don't mind if people yell or dance or sing along. I kind of want people to get up and move. And so I'm trying to like make music that inspires people to just do that. You know, it's your show. Come and have a good time. It's like, you know, it's your hard-earned money, you know, especially now with the economy and everything. Like $25, $30 to come to a concert. It's a lot. You know, I want people to feel like they're spending it on something worthwhile and having a good time, and they leave feeling good, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen in some interviews you talk a little bit about the connection of music and food, and really how you think there's kind of a similarity there.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I know what I said, but,
maybe you just remember. It's like bringing people together.
Yes.
Giving them a reason to celebrate. Remember this one? Food does the same thing.
The only problem with music is nobody tips me. Nobody gives me an extra, like, $20 if it's, you know, a really good concert that night. But I think, yeah, you know, food, you know, brings people together, and you share a meal, and friends and family. And music has that same, you know, it's hopefully the music, you know, hopefully you don't just get drunk and, you know, whatever, and get into a fight and get kicked out. Hopefully the music gets inside of you and warms you up and nourishes you the way food does.
Yeah, absolutely. And you, as far as your artistic outlets, obviously music, but you're also a painter, right?
Yes, I
you
don't...
paint your guitar?
I did. Yeah, this one. Naked, sort of Dr. Seuss looking.
Dave Matthews is on mine too. He wants to. That kind of looks Dave Matthews.
Really? Well, he can come down here and say that to my face. We can have a naked lady dancing competition.
Okay, but no, so you paint a lot still? Or
I do, but not as much as I should. Which there's no, I know nothing to say about that. I should paint more.
Okay.
But it's actually good for music. It's a great, like, for some reason, like, whenever I start painting, I want to immediately stop and pick up a guitar. And I don't know why I don't paint more. Like if I'm ever like in writer's block or something, I should just start painting. I don't know why I don't do it. It's just, you know how we are. People. It's so weird.
Doesn't make you feel bad. All right, we have time for one more, but before we do, we should probably do a quick plug for a Mosaic project, because that is a really cool thing that you're involved in.
Well, the Mosaic Project is it's a non-profit organization in the San Francisco. I did not fart. And my glasses catching me like this is on my finger.
Let's hear it now.
On my finger.
You're right. We were all thinking it.
It's a non-profit organization in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we bring kids of very different backgrounds together and give them a week of like an experiential education camp or school in a residential sort of like camp setting. So they go away to camp for a week with their class at 5th grade. They're all 5th graders. But they're met there with kids from other 5th grade classes, from other 5th grade, or from other schools that are different neighborhoods, different income levels, and different race and cultural backgrounds. And they just get a week of curriculum that exposes them to differences and allows them a chance to speak about who they are and their family and their history and learn about others. And it's meant to just build a community across differences in a community, and it's meant to breathe like, the celebration of diversity.
No, that's cool. And so you say it's like a camp, so it's like Moon, Shadow, and Bear there singing songs?
Yeah, they would not be allowed anywhere. No, it's more like Professor Moonshadow.
Sure.
Professor Bear. Yeah, it's more like that. It's a little more collegiate.
And did you actually
create?
I understand. Did you create it actually, or?
I'm one of the founders. Yes, a good group of people started it
Very
while I was in college. UC Santa Cruz.
Goes banana slugs.
Yep.
Thanks.
Slugs.
The slugs. Okay, we do have time for one more song.
Okay.
So,
Now we're going to hop forward one album to Hope for the Hopeless. And it's called Make You Crazy.
Mr. Brett Dennen, live from StudioM. Run down the hall real quick just to be on the radio live. It's not live, by the way. Sorry.
Without guitar?
Or go with Pat. No, maybe not.
You don't have to run down.
Oh.
We're gonna do pictures first. Here,
Oh, okay.
We might leave pictures.
No, we're gonna do
Oh, we're doing pictures here.
So we're gonna do pictures. If you guys want pictures with him, Leah. Jeff will,
You don't want
Jeff will take pictures.